Speaking of all jokes aside, I have gotten to the bottom of the Wings Redemption nonsense that's been going on.
At long last.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Demystify this.
I had to talk to so many people to get to the bottom of this nonsense. And like when you hear like what's actually happened here, you're going to like shake your head like who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? And the answer is there probably aren't any real good guys here, but except for us right here.
Always.
Yeah, clearly the PKA crew.
So I do want to apologize to like whoever I just referred to you guys as internet guys, but I guess it's like Wing Tings and that crowd over there.
Sean Ranklin.
You guys did not edit that video in a way for it to be misleading. That guy is a liar. I trusted that gentleman Wings friend who was I need to start at the beginning. I need to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Wings is being accused of doing something sexual to his sister by a longtime family friend. Someone Wings has known in real life is accusing Wings of this, saying that through hearsay, mind you, he's saying that he heard this, that, and the other, that Wings did something to his sister, and that's why all these other little things fell into place. And so it's like brought up this huge thing. And so Wings is like, bullshit, bro. Come to my house, sit next to me in a fucking chair and answer for what you said about me on the internet to these people. And so the guy does so, sits there next to Wings in a chair, and denies it all. I didn't say that. No, they took what I said about someone else. They edited into here. They clipped and copy pasted. And I couldn't imagine a scenario in which this guy is sitting next to Wings lying to his face about things that are easily disproved. I couldn't imagine that to be a thing.
That somebody would lie to Wings?
No, that someone would lie about something so easily disproved right next to Wings to his face, because 5 minutes later, the people are like, actually, here's the 4-hour interview, all unedited. And here's you, like, you know how like pulling something out of context works, right?
Yeah.
Like in a bombastic moment, you could be saying something ridiculous and you like plug that into another sentence and all of a sudden you look like Hitler or something like that. These are full sentences where he's mentioning people by name and like mentioning dates and stuff. He's like, this person's mom said this to my mom about this person. And it's name, first names of all these people. This guy is, this is Wings' longtime real life friend, really a friend of Wings' brother. They grew up together, elementary school and shit. What it really seems like is Wings used to like bully this guy as a kid or something like that, or maybe when they worked at Domino's together, because they worked together as like teenagers at a Domino's for like a good period of time. These guys know each other, so they were friends for a while. Okay, yes, and this grown-ass man approached like the investigators from the internet, is like spamming their inboxes on Discord with these paragraphs of like, hey, I'm this guy, I know this about Wings and that about Wings, and I know I grew up with him, and I know his brother, and I know
what
his
a
sister,
fucking loser.
Like he's and like finally he says something like, and I know something no one knows about his sister, and it's that moment where they stop ignoring him.
And the guy desperate for attention, willing to say
the guy who's desperate for attention and like trying to hurt Wings, I guess for some reason, says this, and so that gets their attention, right? They're like, all right, wait, what the fuck? And so for 4 hours, they sit and have a recorded conversation with this guy where they told him it was being recorded, mind you. Don't let him fucking slip out of that one either. Here's the thing that nobody wants to say, because whenever like this guy, I don't know his real fucking name and I don't want to, the guy who grew up with Wings, whenever he's like talks about what Wings supposedly did, he's like, oh yeah, they said he did some. And then he gets quiet, like it's too dirty to say, right? Like, oh, I'm here to talk about child molestation, but it's too dirty for me to say the things Wings did.
Lying and implying.
It's like, lead with the fucking story, bro. What the fuck did he do? He said something. What did he say? Did he say that he did something? What did he fucking say that he did? Right. This guy's such a pussy.
Important clarification fact, this guy was giving specific dates, and internet detectives did a little quick search, and the dates that he was giving would also make some of the people underage. So they're basically accusing Wings of being a pedo.
Yeah. Here's what happened. Wings at one point, being the uncouth motherfucker he is, said to his sister, hey, you've got some feminine odor that you need to take care of. That hurt her feelings. She told mom. The mom was like, hey, you can't say that. And he's like, we're all living here together and it smells. All right, boys, that is it. That is it.
That's
all
what
right?
he did?
Wings said somebody's pussy stank, and everybody's too embarrassed to fucking say it, so everyone's minds run rampant like, oh my God, can you imagine the positions and the contraptions they must use? Like
the whole thing was him saying like, "Hey, your vagina's kind of rough right now. We would love that summer fresh. Get some, we get some midnight summer's eve, whatever the fuck that brand is."
It's like a young girl's on her period and she doesn't quite have feminine hygiene maybe worked out. Or look, I don't have a vagina myself. Like maybe sometimes there's just nothing you can do about that bad boy. All right. I don't know. Maybe sometimes they just are unruly. All right.
Yeah. Being a guy rocks.
I've had swamp. Maybe it's just like a case of swamp ass you can't get away from. I just don't know.
I imagine.
Yeah. So
basically, Wings was defending the hygiene of his home.
Okay, that's unbelievable in and of itself.
So look,
like, how bad do you have to smell before Wings says you smell?
Now look.
Kyle will tell you. Wings. Apparently, I've never met him, but apparently he smells very nice.
Really?
No. That's something that Wings
that's
put
the
forward.
thing that I stick to. No, that's a Woody thing. I went on this. I forget what it's called. Alki David flew us out to Beverly Hills.
Millionaire Bash thing.
Yeah, something.
Oh, dude, I skipped that one. I heard that one was weird as fuck.
Yeah, you heard right. But I was around Wings for a weekend plus. The man smells good. Don't let anyone tell you Wings smells bad. The guy's got it on lockdown, or at least he did that weekend.
But look, to Wings' weird fucking real life friend who's like way too obsessed with his life, dude. What's your deal, bro? And to the guys on the internet who, again, I apologize, you didn't misquote this guy. He was just a maniac.
So this guy
surprised.
went on. So this guy did a 4-hour conversation.
Yeah,
where he basically would lead up to an intense story and then just imply something happened.
Well, the thing is that
doubled down, said that everyone was lying and the clip channels took it out of context and that Wings was only viewing the clip channels. And now it's come out that he did say all this shit and imply it. And the clip channels were literally just taking his lies and making compilations of it. Yeah,
pretty much. That pretty much cuts it. And look, if I'm wrong about anything still, I'd love to get to the bottom of it. But I watched all the videos. I watched an hour of like the 3-part series, and then I watched 2 more videos. Anyway, if I'm still missing some pieces to the puzzle, I'd love to know. But boys, like, and I'm talking like all you investigators or whoever out there, like, am I wrong? It's because it seems to me that like everybody always tiptoed around like what he'd actually done. It was always like somebody said he said a thing about somebody and somebody thought that was bad, so we all did this. And it was never like, oh, he'd do every night. It would be this, that, and the other. I never heard anything like that. I just heard the one thing. He said a thing that people didn't like. His mom didn't like the thing that he had said to his mom or to his sister or something like that. And when it finally boiled down, it seems to me the only thing that's even borderline here between Wings, his sister, and like drama is him complaining about a smell. And I know everybody's eyes got weird about that, but like
it's not even that weird. Like, and if it's your like, I don't have a sister, and I have brothers, and I know it's not the same. But like, if one of my brothers, like after hockey or something, smelled like shit and he wouldn't shower, I'd be like, dude, come on, you smell really bad. Like, he wasn't saying it in any other way than that, I would imagine.
Can I just jump in and say, look, we're not going to be able to like put ourselves into a position where we can make this make sense for us. And
we would never do this.
We would never do this. So like it doesn't even make sense to try to run the scenario. The issue, what you've got to always keep in mind here is you're dealing with a very odd man. Yeah. And like,
odd men. In this case,
I'm trying not to like say something really cruel here about Wings on the internet, like something actually like mean here, but like maybe he's not picking up on everything that you guys are laying down all the time. I talked to somebody today about this, and they were like, "Oh, I bet Wings is loving this. He's raking in the money and the views." And I'm like, "You have such a loose grasp on Wings, or maybe just reality, that I'm getting a little mad at you."
Finance,
right now.
Like how do you think money works?
Wings is so afraid right now because people are calling him the worst thing in the world, that he's trying as desperately as he can to clear his name, but he's too much of a dum-dum to be like, "What? Tell me what I said. Tell them what I said to her. Tell them what the big bad is. What did I do? You said her pussy smelled. I sure did. 8 years ago, I told my roommate / sister that she had BO. Is that why we're here? Yeah. All right. Anything else? Anything else before you like try to ruin my life another step further, you roach?" Like that's what he should have done.
See, that's all that it would take to I'm curious with you guys. So like if I like I said, I don't have a sister. If I had a sister and I'm living with my sister and my mom and I'm worried about a pussy smell, in no world do I like knock sis. Like I go you go to
the arbiter of pussy.
I go to my mom and I would be like, hey, this is so uncomfortable, but you know, Stacy, I think there's some smell coming from her. Can you have a talk with her? Don't tell her I told you. I don't want her to be embarrassed. Like that's the way a normal adult would handle that, right? Is that the way you guys would?
Sister.
I think I would have talked directly.
She smelled fun to me.
But no.
Woody's gamertag enters the argument. No. Gaslight Woody, or no, we gaslight Wings into thinking his sister's pussy was never smelly.
I did meet her, and she didn't smell.
There was no noticeable odor when I met her.
Right,
and it could be an older brother bullying his younger sister.
The home did smell strongly of some sort of Lysol product, though. So
they cleaned up. They had guests coming, you know.
Yeah, his mom smoked all the time, right?
It's like in the movies. You know, in the movies where they just barely get the crime scene cleaned up in time, and you get the investigators get there, they smell bleach, and that's just as damning as a pussy smell. Like, I think that's what happened. We got there and we smelled cleaning products. They had been hiding that stink from us.
You think they bleached that poor girl or woman? I don't know how old she was.
You know, the original douching products were made by Lysol. It's like Lysol douche. And like Google the old product photos. It's really funny stuff. It's almost
didn't it do bad things to the inside of your vagina because they would use pretty strong chemicals
probably
there.
Terrible for your pussy.
It really fucks up the pH levels if you do it too frequently. But it's because you're supposed to be using it when the pH levels are out of whack already. Like that's the kind of the idea. So to use it freshen things up on a Saturday afternoon is overkill.
Like it's funny those products that used to do so much more stuff. Like there's the old stuff like the opium tablets and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
But Lysol, this is one of them. It does Lysol. Everything.
Feminine hygiene facts. And I think that back in the day, Listerine was like also a feminine hygiene. Listerine, they used to say, was for everything. They're like cauterize, sterilize wounds, fix your mouth, fix your pussy, fix your ass, clean your hands, scrub your floor. You know, Dr. Lister's ultimate ointment. And like, that's what it was. It was just like, get drunk in the street because it's prohibition time. Or like whatever else you could do with Listerine.